Have you ever wondered what really goes through someone's mind when you completely vanish from their world? Not just pulling back or being distant, but truly disappearing without a trace. Today we're diving deep into the psychology of absence and the emotional chaos that follows when you stop being available to someone who took you for granted. If you've ever felt like someone's backup plan or safety net, this video will change everything. We're exploring 10 powerful emotional stages people experience when you simply walk away and never look back. By the end, you'll understand why sometimes the strongest move is complete silence. Before we begin, drop a comment saying, "I choose myself," if you're ready to stop accepting crumbs and start demanding the respect you deserve. The first thing they experience is complete shock. For months or years, you were the reliable one. You initiated conversations, made plans, and showed up consistently. In their mind, you were a permanent fixture, someone who would always be there regardless of how they treated you.
When you suddenly disappear, it hits like lightning.
They never saw it coming because they assumed you lacked the strength to leave. This isn't just surprise, it's the jarring realization that they completely misjudged your character. The person they thought was weak just demonstrated incredible power by walking away without explanation. This shock runs deeper than surface-level confusion. It forces them to confront an uncomfortable truth: they don't actually know you as well as they thought. The quiet, accommodating person they took for granted just revealed hidden strength, and that realization is unsettling. Next comes an overwhelming sense of emptiness they never expected to feel. They convinced themselves they wouldn't miss you, that your presence was easily replaceable. But when you're actually gone, they discover something devastating. You weren't just background noise in their life, you were the soundtrack.
Every mundane moment feels different now.
Their morning coffee lacks warmth, their evening routine feels incomplete, and conversations with others seem shallow. They try filling the void with distractions, new people, or old habits, but nothing works. The emptiness grows because they're finally experiencing life without your unique energy, support, and genuine care. This void becomes their constant companion, a reminder of what they carelessly threw away. They start noticing all the small ways you improved their daily experience, things they never acknowledged when you were present. Then curiosity takes over, and it becomes consuming.
Where are you?
What are you doing? Who are you with? These questions plague their mind because they no longer have access to your world. In our connected age, this mystery drives them to desperation. They'll check every social platform hoping for clues about your life, but you've gone completely dark.
No posts, no stories, no digital breadcrumb.
This silence transforms curiosity into obsession as their imagination runs wild. They start creating scenarios in their head, usually involving you being happier without them. The unknown becomes. When they can't get answers, their mind fills the gaps with their worst fears. They become fixated on solving the mystery of your new life while you remain perfectly unreachable. This leads to uncomfortable self-reflection they've been avoiding. After weeks of wondering about you, they finally turn the mirror inward. The questions become personal and painful. Was I too cold? Did I push them away? How did I mess this up so badly? This internal examination is brutal because there's no one else to blame. You're not around to argue with or make excuses to. They're forced to replay every interaction, remembering all the times they dismissed your feelings, ignored your needs, or treated you as an afterthought. The guilt builds as they realize they had something valuable and destroyed it through neglect and entitlement. This self-awareness arrives too late, but it's thorough and unforgiving. Something shifts dramatically at this point. The person who once took your efforts for granted now desperately wants to pursue you. The tables have completely turned. They go from passive recipient to active chaser, sending random messages, liking old photos, or crafting elaborate texts hoping to rekindle connection. This role reversal is powerful because they're now experiencing what you felt for so long, the uncertainty of unreciprocated effort. They're putting themselves out there, hoping for responses that may never come. The person who once held all the power is now begging for attention. But you're not responding, and this drives them to pursue even harder. They've never wanted something they couldn't have, and your unavailability becomes intoxicating. Initially, they might feel relief. Finally, I don't have to deal with them anymore, they tell themselves. This false freedom feels exciting at first, like breaking free from obligation. They might even celebrate, thinking they can now focus on themselves or explore other options. But this relief is shallow and temporary. Soon they realize that freedom without you isn't liberation, it's isolation. The people they thought could replace you offer only surface-level connections. The excitement fades, leaving them more empty than before. They discover that meaningful connections can't be manufactured or easily replaced. What they mistook for freedom was actually just the absence of something irreplaceable. Panic sets in, and they try to regain control through manipulation. They start posting cryptic messages about moving on, sharing photos that seem deliberately crafted to make you jealous, or acting artificially happy on social media. These desperate attempts at reverse psychology reveal their true emotional state. They're hoping to provoke a reaction, to pull you back into their orbit through manufactured drama. But you're not playing their games anymore, and this drives them to escalate their tactics. When manipulation fails, they realize they've lost their power completely. The person who once responded to every provocation now ignores them entirely. Your silence becomes their greatest torment. In a world of constant communication, the absence of your voice is deafening. Every day without hearing from you feels endless. They start appreciating all the times you reached out, all the messages they took for granted. The silence forces them to sit with their actions and their consequences. There's no noise to distract from their regret, no arguments to deflect their guilt. Just pure, uncomfortable quiet that makes every minute feel like an hour. They begin to realize that losing access to you hurts more than any fight you could have had.
Real fear creeps in now.
The fear that they've lost you forever. This isn't about ego anymore, it's genuine terror at the thought of you moving on permanently. They start imagining you with someone who appreciates you, someone who gives you what they never could. This fear motivates desperate actions. They might show up unexpectedly, send lengthy apologies, or make grand gestures they swore they'd never make. The person who once seemed indifferent is now terrified of permanent loss. But their fear comes too late. While they're panicking about losing you, you've already found something better, yourself. The final realization hits them like a freight train. You're not coming back because you don't need them anymore. You've discovered your own worth, found your own happiness, and built a life that doesn't revolve around their validation. They sense this transformation in you. Even if they haven't seen you, they can feel that you've changed, grown stronger, become independent. The person they once controlled through emotional manipulation has evolved beyond their reach. This is your ultimate victory, not just walking away, but walking toward your own power. You've broken the cycle of seeking external validation and found complete emotional independence. When someone vanishes from your life by choice, they're not just leaving, they're choosing themselves. That choice creates a ripple effect that forces everyone around them to confront their own behavior and values. Remember, your absence teaches people your value in ways your presence never could. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content about building unshakable self-worth. Your future self will thank you for choosing yourself today.